Hi everyone, happy Saturday. It is a beautiful day where I'm at, and I was inspired to come and make a video because I really have been meaning to share with you guys something that I have been a little hyper fixated about and I've been learning about and really like diving into for my own personal use, but thought maybe it was something that I wanted to share that maybe other people can kind of, benefit from. And that is, lately, y'all, I've been really diving into the Chinese art and science of Feng Shui. So Feng Shui is basically when you use your home, right, your environment, you arrange your environment to promote harmony, balance, and just really optimal flow of energy, or rather qi, in your home. So it allows you to become really aware of areas of your home that hold certain vibrations, maybe your love corner, your wealth corner, your knowledge corner. And these areas are ways for you to activate those qualities in your own life, right? If you can kind of understand and figure out where they are in your home. And that's been really fun. Like, that's been my little hobby lately. And I've really been working on just bringing my own environment into a harmonious balance through the practice of Feng Shui. And it's allowed me to really declutter. One of the things that I find that, at least for me, is that holding on to like things that are just not serving me anymore, whether it's clothes or just like mail or things that just don't serve anymore, even food, this has been just really like eye-opening for me to realize. I never thought of myself as like a hoarder because I don't like clutter. I don't like clutter. But after really looking at my environment from the eyes of Feng Shui, I'm like, oh, Shantae, you're a hoarder. You're a little baby hoarder. You're a little baby hoarder because it's not that you're intentionally holding on for sentimental reasons. It's just that you put things away and you're like, forget it. It's like I tuck things away, which is kind of symbolic of how I deal with other things. So as I'm like, embracing the whole art and just practice of Feng Shui, I'm really realizing that there's more to like how we treat our environment than just like the surface. It gets a little deeper. It gets a little like, it's more symbolic of our subconsciousness a little bit, but I don't want to really go too much into all the things that I've been learning and applying in my own life because it's just a lot. But I would like to just kind of give a little nugget of something that I find to be very interesting. And I'll try to do these videos more often because, like I said, I really enjoy this process. It's fun. But aside from it being fun, it works. And I'll tell you guys why it works is because, well, I'll tell you guys afterwards. But so one thing, you guys, that I think is really a good place to start if you are interested in, Feng Shui, I think your refrigerator. Your refrigerator is a good place to start. And here's the reason why. The refrigerator is like a vault in our home. It houses our energy force, food. And that's vital to our energy and our conditioning, It's like food is a symbol of life force and prosperity. So the way how we keep and organize our refrigerator, it can influence the flow of energy related to things like our health, our prosperity, and even our emotional well-being. And I think one of the most important things when it comes to Feng Shui is to not look at things as literal. So when I'm talking about food, don't think of it as like food. Think of it as like the figurative, the symbolic nature of food, which again is life force. It gives us our vitality. So when we understand the symbolism of food, we kind of understand why the way how we like vault it in our refrigerator, the refrigerator being like our vault, holding that very essence of our, energy source, it becomes important. So the refrigerator itself represents abundance, nourishment, and wealth. And when we think about some key symbolisms like the wealth and prosperity, we want to make sure that we keep a well-organized, full refrigerator that reflects abundance and financial stability. Because an empty or like very cluttered refrigerator can symbolize scarcity or just blocked energy. And your girl is guilty because I have been like, I'm not one of those people that's like overly like organized when it comes to like food storage. It's like, it's in there and yeah. But as I've been more intentional about it, I can see where it just feels like that organization and also having certain food items that make me, when I look at it, like I'll give you guys a simple example, like a specific type of water in my refrigerator. When I look at that water, even if it's just like on a subconscious level, when I open my refrigerator and I look at that specific type of water, it makes me feel like I'm in alignment with my health and well-being. You know what I'm saying? Something that simple. Another key symbolism for the refrigerator is, of course, health and nourishment. The refrigerator impacts our physical vitality, so we want to keep it clean, fresh, and with high vibrational food, kind of like what I was saying, because that supports our health energy, our health chi, that keeps that health chi flowing well, and keep in mind, y'all, everything in Feng Shui is about chi. Everything is about chi. It's about that flow of energy, right? So one thing that we want to watch out for in the refrigerator is spoiled foods, keeping like things that have expired and just not, just not good anymore. And this is because those kind of things may attract like stagnant or toxic energy. Another key symbolism of the refrigerator in Feng Shui is self-worth and self-care. Keeping a refrigerator stocked with things you enjoy and that support your body's needs is a reflection of how well you care for yourself and value yourself. So key thing there. And another thing about the refrigerator, y'all, is that it is an earth element. So the elements become really important in Feng Shui because they tie to how, we harmonize that element or that area, right? So because the refrigerator does involve our nourishment, our digestion, it aligns with the earth element, especially when it's located like in the center of your home or in the center of your kitchen. The earth element does support grounding, stability, and harmony. So understanding that, something so, I don't want to say so simple because it's vital. It's a vital part of our survival, our food and how we store it. And when I think of my refrigerator as like a vault, it changes the way how I see food, because if I think of my refrigerator as like a vault, it makes me think that food becomes, or my source of nourishment and vitality becomes something very sacred and very important, and it is. But some tips really quickly to make sure that we are keeping that vault, in alignment with our harmony and making sure that it is holding good chi in our home, is keeping it clean inside and out. That keeps the chi fresh and flowing. And that's always so important when it comes to Feng Shui. Also checking expiration dates regularly. Guilty over here. When I actually went through and like just did a clean out initial of my refrigerator, y'all, I was like, girl, why are you holding on to things from 2024, 2023? Like, why? And that's just because those items, they hold dead energy. You don't want anything in your home that holds dead energy. Nope. Another tip is when you're actually like opening your refrigerator or opening your vault, affirm abundance and affirm that you have enough or even more than you need, when it comes to your abundance. So that's a nice little tip there. Also, another thing I was guilty of is keeping things on top of my refrigerator. That's a no-no when it comes to Feng Shui, because keeping things on top of your refrigerator, it just weighs it down. It just, again, creates like a sense of chaos and stagnant energy. You want to keep that top of the refrigerator clean and clear. And if you want to put something up there, put something that you like to look at, like maybe some fruits, not fruits that will go bad, but like plastic fruits, but just make sure you keep them clean and not dusty, because another sign of stagnant energy in Feng Shui is dust. So anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this little quick video. I'll keep these coming because I am learning more. I am applying it in my own life, in my own home. And I will tell you guys, little small things have made such a difference in my home as far as the energy flowing, the chi flowing. So we'll keep talking. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, divine wellness. Bye, y'all.